Brothers and sisters and brothers, take a deep breath in with me. Hold. Release one more through the belly. Hold. And release. I'm just getting high on air. So what I want to talk about right now is reincarnation as well as ancient bloodlines. Now, I was just speaking to my fiance, and she said something that actually really caught my attention. And I don't know why she would. Well, first of all, I know she wouldn't make this up. You don't make things like this up. But what she said to me is she vaguely remembers, and she said that God said to her, you can pick basically your family. And she said, and I guess allegedly she wanted to move to Florida, which where she was born, here in Florida. And God said, well, that's not a good place, but your wish is my command. So with that said, reincarnation, is it real? I'm telling you right now, I'm here to tell you it's very real. I just actually read that in Hinduism, they say we get reincarnated 8,400,000 times. Now, what is the significance of that number? Well, 8 is the number of infinite, and then you go less 400,000. So 8,400,000 times. That's what I know. That's just what I read. Now, also out here in the beautiful Garden of Eden, the new Garden of Eden, the Judgment Yard, there's something I want to talk about that is, I happen to know about. Ancient bloodlines, okay? Now, I was told by my father that when I met him when I was 21, to my biological father, he said to me, James, you have a champion bloodline. I'm like, what does that mean? And then I understood, well, if I were to go back, and I don't want to name drop people, but my grandfather, as I've expressed on my channel before, he was a middleweight champion boxer for the British Empire, the only one out of all 3 weight title classes to actually win the belt. Okay, it was made of solid gold. Now, Jason McAteer, shout out to Jason McAteer if you ever get to see this. You are my cousin, and I have the utmost respect for you. Now, Jason McAteer, him and I share something in common, which is addiction. But now let's go to bloodlines. Now, as you know, a lot of presidents, well, they're related, okay? So I have known this, and I'm going to say that I do honestly believe this is completely true. You get to choose who your family is. And if that is the case, that is the reason why they create these ancient bloodlines. Now, how do I mean? Well, if they create these ancient bloodlines, okay, that go back from dude, we're talking way back. We're talking Obama was freaking related to a lot of the presidents even. So understand what I'm saying. If we get to pick who our parents are, which I do believe, and I've read all about it, I know about this stuff, okay? Well, there is more bloodlines being created right now, and I believe through the Indigo children. And because the Indigo children we're not normal. Shout out to my Indigos. I love you all. May peace be with you. I'm here with you, my brothers and sisters. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Now, I was listening to an African woman talking about reincarnation. And basically, well, we come here on a mission to Earth. And she said that, well, we don't have to come back. It's a choice. But the thing is, we need to remember something. It's a contract. It's a contract. To whomever you make that contract is, with my opinion, it's the Almighty, the most, God. So, if we make this contract spiritually, and we have a mission to complete, which I have my mission to complete, and my mission is to make this world a better place. But she also said people die intentionally to basically, how do I say, reset themselves. It's basically like hitting the reset button and you come back to Earth and you complete your mission. Now, there's no denying that we are could very possibly be on a prison planet. Now, why do I say this? I mean, it could be a mixture. I see it as, well, I see through things. Again, I have synesthesia, which I found out about recently because I didn't know what it was, which means I see colors and patterns. So A is red, B is black, C is white, D is orange, A, B, C, D, E is clear, and then so on and so on. I could keep going on. 1 is white, 2 is green, 3 is black, 4 is yellow, 5 is blue, 6 is red, 7 is purple, 8 is yellow, 9 is red, and 10 is white. So I have synesthesia as well. But that's not the point. What I'm getting at is we're here to complete a mission. All our missions are different. So I believe that some people have been reincarnated on this earth more than others. And quite frankly, I'm getting sick and tired of being reincarnated. And when I was listening to this African woman and what she was saying is that basically what I'm saying about bloodlines, and the reason why they create these bloodlines is because they know that you can go right back to your same family, which is a blessing, right? It could be a blessing. But there's also a lot of new souls coming on earth, and the reason why I'm recognizing this, and I've been thinking about this. Now, I was told once, I don't want to tell you this is a fact because I don't, but if I'm not saying it's not a fact, then I don't know. But if I'm not saying it's not a fact, I know things that you don't know, and I'm just here to express it. So I read somewhere and I heard somewhere that, and again, don't quote me on this, I don't know for sure, but blue eyes are actually new souls to the earth. Now, let me explain you something interesting that somebody pointed out when I mentioned this to them. When babies are born, what color are their eyes? For the most part, most babies that are born have blue eyes. So this goes in, let's go into bloodline. Let's go back into the bloodlines. So there are new bloodlines right now being formed by people being recruited into the illuminated ones, the ones that know what's actually going on, and the ones that came here on earth that actually know what's going on. Simply said, plain and simple. So is reincarnation real? I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, fortunately, it's real. Now, with synesthesia comes this, okay? I always say this. I for some reason, I keep thinking there's 5 elements. Well, I think my fiance is the 5th element. She's different. But there's 4 elements, right? Wind, water, fire, and earth, and air. So there is 5 elements, right? 5 elements, yeah. Whatever. There's so many elements, but we live on such a plain earth that, I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of drives me nuts. I don't really care that we live on such a plain earth. I've seen things that would literally make you rethink everything. But with that said, this goes into ancient bloodlines. That's why I highly recommend looking into your family tree. Now, now whether you like it or not, if you're afraid to give your blood, don't be afraid to give your blood because they have your blood anyway. So, but I'm a chosen one, okay? If you're watching this, you're probably a chosen one too. I don't know. But I can tell you this. They take your blood, and what do they do with your blood is the question. Beyond, 23andMe and all that. They want to find out where your blood comes from. And do we all stem from a similar ancestor? Absolutely. And it's not Lucy. We come from a similar place. We all come from... And let me put it like this. It's like petri dishes. That's what it is. When the gods were created as Enki and Leo, as the creator gods, and the God above is the ultimate God, okay? They created us to mine gold. This is facts. If you don't want to know the truth, well then don't listen to me. I don't really care. But brothers and sisters, with that said, I want to get into reincarnation and ancient bloodlines. Now, take the number 8, which is the number of infinity, and switch it upside down. And there's a picture actually that I will actually show of basically you coming in as a newborn baby and leaving as, or you coming in as a soul but leaving the death with the Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the one that takes you to, well, maybe even heaven. We don't know, and we're not completely sure, but the elites are sure, and they do know what's happening, and I do know what's happening internally. So, brothers and sisters, with that said, I want to give my thanks and praises to God. I want to give a huge shout out to my mentor. I love you, my brother. I'm about to watch your video. Thanks and praises to the universe and everybody that watches my channel. If you have not taken the time to subscribe right now, I'd appreciate if you did. Now you know a little bit more about ancient bloodlines and why they do it. And they keep it in the, that's why they say, keep it in the family. With that said, may peace be with you, also with you. You have a great evening. Love. Love will prevail, hopefully.